You're now listening to the Open Africa podcast with Laolu, Nosa, and Furo. On this episode of the Open Africa podcast, we'll be discussing fundraising in the ecosystem, as well as
It's too early to start hissing. Nosa. We've not even gotten into the episode.
the behavior, and then some news around like founders' activities in recent times. To kick us off, Now raised $13 million in funding, and in their press statement, they said that they want to compete with Tmapt and Kuda. Yes.
But what does Now do?
Wait.
Please read it, sis.
The founders, Sahil Berry and Mahesh Nair, told Tech about that Now differs from its competitors, such as Kuda and Tmapt, because they have a proprietary infrastructure on their open API network and an open API network that other financial institutions use to provide access to different markets locally and internationally. What does that mean?
They are a mobile bank that gives you control over how you spend your money.
Dear,
Be the boss when you send money, receive money, and pay bills for everyday essentials.
My dear, Now has been in business for a long time.
But yeah, I wish them
Good luck to everybody. That's all I was saying. Good luck.
That's the end of the day. Anyways, Bitmama.
Please, can they change that name before we go forward?
See, wait.
What does Bitmama stand for? Like,
I that is a business I have a soft spot for because it's a female founder.
They share is $2 million
in this tough space.
No, like I don't have a problem with the business. I have a problem with the name. I'm not even a hater
I feel
at all.
Like it's a lack of finesse. The name, the logo, the website, the app, there's a certain lack of finesse that will prevent it from getting over the top. Because
very green.
With a pink accent button.
Like there's a je ne sais quoi that they don't have.
And on this female founder thing, I still have not gotten over Clanner Cat. As I say, Clanner Cat. Clasher Cat. I'm not going to forgive them for that money.
I feel like female founders are near and dear to my heart. Even when I know that the business is not going to succeed.
I'm not going to forgive them.
It's very near and dear to my heart.
See, it's not often that I come for businesses on this thing. That's entirely Nosa's domain. Forte. But Clasher, I will never forgive Clasher for as long as I breathe.
So
I think Bitmama is like a marketing, a branding revamp away from blowing.
So what's the difference between a Bitmama and Bitcoins?
There's no difference.
Okay.
But Bitmama has virtual card that works.
And that's a tall order in this day and age.
Is a tall order.
It's a very tall order.
Again, this is also the lack of finesse things that they were one of the few people that worked, but they could not even push it out there like that. The person that actually ate good from the fallout of that was Cheaper Cash.
Yeah.
Cheaper Cash numbers went up.
And their own now happens to kind of be Raz.
I do understand.
I'm actually surprised. As someone who recently tried to actively use Cheaper Cash, I can't believe that app belongs to a unicorn.
To be fair, it took me like 3 weeks or 4 weeks of trying for me to upgrade my account. Because
on Fido,
they didn't do it in app. It was like on Fido, a web redirect to.
This is their third party ID validation service. So it's cocaine they are using.
No. So the thing is that on Fido is not bad.
On Fido it has been garbage in my experience.
No, it is the implementation of it.
Because Nosa, this thing kept failing through the card flow. So when you try to issue a card and you're providing the details, but when I provided the same email, the same means of ID through the investment flow, it's suddenly validated.
I say it's an implementation issue. But I'm not here to shit on anybody's engineering team because engineers are working hard. But I'll just say
engineers
are working hard. You can't talk anyhow before you have only 2 left.
I'll just say it's an implementation issue. And
no, but Cheaper Cash, their user experience is a bit wonky. But anyways,
there's a lack of consistency in their is it design systems? I'll call it now. There's a page that looks really nice. There's another one that looks like my attempt to do UI UX.
Again, like I said, it's an implementation issue. That's why I cannot blame on Fido. Because Fido does not know what they are doing.
But you know the thing, it's how do I put it? Attention to detail is what's cute.
Yes, now
It's-
there are
it's
product
make or break.
managers that get
Yeah.
paid a lot of money. You as the cheaper cash product manager, the app, like the product manager for the app, how can you look at that landing? That's your home page and be okay with it.
Well, the truth is that
My
they
brother,
went-
they're a unicorn now, and they have told the white man they are PayPal for Africa.
that's
It's too late.
Because look at this, like these are stock icons from Noun Project. Furo, this is your Noun Project access on PowerPoint. What is this?
Laolu, it's an implementation issue.
Implementation for
The engineers are working hard. The person that's not really working hard is the product manager.
it's not defining the requirements well.
It's not defining it well.
no.
I don't even think the founders use the app like that. Anyway, they are unicorn, so I cannot be insulting unicorn.
Yes.
Clearly,
Until
again,
you're on their level.
until I'm on their level, I can speak on it. But I'm just saying this lack of attention to detail is an implementation issue.
And it's not unique to Chipper.
It's not unique to cheaper.
So, I'm just going
Anyway,
to pass.
like I said, I feel like investors too.
This thing, if there's a page that looks like this with my employer, like with a product that my employer launched, I get it. I know that to do sprint
In a
is
traditional
in
industry,
a traditional
it's
distance
hard.
is hard, but you cannot be a fintech,
Sometimes I see like
a real fintech.
I see like their app updates and they're like design improvements. And I'm like, which improvements? What did you improve?
If a bank is struggling to improve their interface, I get it. I know why. I know all the gist. I know they are taking it through risk. Compliance is second. They are eyeballing the thing. UI UX designer quits halfway through the sprint, so they brought one graduate trainees to come and resume. I get it.
I think maybe the thing with cheaper is that they've on the business side, like in terms of launching in markets and and getting flying through the radar from a compliance perspective, they've done a good job. And I think it is that muscle that they are valuing. I don't think it's the actual product itself that they are valuing. But again, the engineers are working hard. I'll blame the product designer.
And the product manager.
Honestly,
this is wild to me.
Because I know that if Tunde designed this thing for me, 2 of us will fight.
Okay. On to the next bit. Gray raised $2 million to facilitate cross-border payments.
It feels like they raised again. Oh no, it was a rebrand they did that last
Yeah,
time
they
from
rebranded.
Aboki.
Aboki.
See, this is what Bitmama needs.
That's
But
exactly.
you know that comes with money, so give them time.
No, for sure.
Money and experience.
Like I said, I don't have any issues with the product itself or the founders of the product. Just the name, please.
So you know,
same way I was begging Aboki.
You know the thing is, what's so called is, I like Grisha, but I feel like after seeing the white man's multi-currency account, I cannot look at anybody's multi-currency account the same way again.
Whose account? Whose multi-currency account?
The white man.
Which one of them?
Like once I opened my Revolut, I mean I've had TransferWise for a while, but I never really appreciated the multi-currency nature of the TransferWise.
It's fine.
And
But it's because Africa is our problem.
I think it's maybe we don't see, we're not seeing the chat, but look, if you
This page, I'm sorry to take us back to cheaper cash, but look at this card page.
Laolu's page.
that card
That
page,
looks like Canva.
so you know that card page,
This is the good looking one.
It takes
now.
a while. So it takes a while to load up the actual balance.
No, like I've not claimed the card though, because once you claim a card,
No,
I'm
no,
sure
no,
it will become RAS.
No. I have claimed the card. I want to show you. Like, it takes a while.
Oh, yes, I have USD card, and it looks weird.
So the first time you go to the card, it shows you this before it loads and gets your card details.
Yeah, I noticed that too for the USD
Again,
card.
it's an implementation issue. The engineers are working hard.
See, the engineers are working. Nosa does all to upset engineers in the ecosystem. Anyways, no, but no comments on Gray. I think that
Gray,
cheaper
I
cash
think-
is doing
Good luck to
everybody.
I think they have a very niche business. optimize very highly towards freelancers who are not a large, what's it called? They're not a large group, so it will not be a mass market thing.
Yeah, which is fine as long as you're eating good from it. and
But
selling
now
in
that's the
market.
thing is, if it's not a mass market thing,
You have to deep in wallet share.
yeah, like
It's
you
like
have to.
private banking business.
It's like
You
private
need to
banking
make as much money as possible from that one person.
than, and I don't think they are making as much money as possible because
See, there's a reason why banks
Pa-
will spend.
pardon my English, their service providers them.
Who are their service providers?
Like the clear junctions of the world, and like to do to do a receipt, like to receive GBP, for instance, clear junction collects money off the top. For me, there's no value for me to receive GBP in a great thing when I can just receive it in my TransferWise or in my Revolut.
But that's the thing. We just had this whole conversation.
It-
Being able to
the
open
point is
transfer as
hard.
a
That's
Revolut is
fair.
hard,
It's
and
hard.
it's a
So fair.
privilege
It's a privilege.
almost.
Maybe it's my privilege. I'm
Yes,
speaking.
yes.
But for me, it's like
Aren't there other BaaS providers from like a foreign perspective?
nobody would touch the blacks.
Even if you KYC properly.
Nobody would touch the
wants
blacks.
To
Clear junction.
open a Revolut account, you need a UK number, UK address, UK. You need to.
Yes, and you raise money and establish those things.
So what's it called? The thing is, if you want to offer non-resident accounts, very few BaaS providers
Fetch, I mean that
will
I'm saying
support
this. I can imagine what compliance would tell me if I
will
want
support
to do
this
Talk less
region.
of wise man's compliance
So the one that will support it will charge you an arm and a leg.
to account for the risk of
risk.
serving you.
So now, because it's expensive, it's very hard for you to pad on top of it.
So that means they then need to they need to explore other verticals for making money. Credit, insurance, anything you can sell
With
to
what
these
license?
people.
See,
Aggregator insurance aggregator license is cheap now. That thing is less than 10 million naira. So go and get it. Credits, go and get Lagos lending license. How much is Lagos lending license? And put a useless interest on it the way all of you are doing. Collect your coins and
say
keep it
useless
moving.
or androbber.
And cross sell for other people.
It's a look, and this business is hard.
Cross sell for other people. I know it's hard, but if it was easy, it wouldn't be.
And I'm very happy that all these VC-backed businesses are providing those cheap services because because I've spoken to a lot of these service providers. Once I see people's pricing, I can know when they are making money and when they are not making money. Like I can see, you're passing on the cost they are charging you to me, so it means you're not chopping anything here.
It's okay to have like a product line that is perpetually loss making if it enables other product lines to be profitable.
But if your core product line is loss making,
Then that's more problem.
Nothing for you.
That's
do
more
you understand?
problem.
If your core product, it's like say
Your
your
core product
like
can
say,
be
say,
loss-making.
say you do one of these business
Like
virtual
your
cards.
most popular core products cannot be loss making.
Wait now, if you do all those people that said they came out with virtual card and they were all backed by Mono, and the money they were charging us for the virtual card is the money Mono is charging them. So me, I'm just looking at it. Where are you making money?
They say it's transaction velocity.
Transaction. Then someone will yarn you, oh, we make money on interchange. My friend, live here.
Or you are spending all your interchange to provide the services that provide the interchange. It's like immortal engine. The thing is just circulating round and round. You make the interchange, then you pay for the interchange.
I mean, it's sweet to have users. It's not sweet to not make money.
No. Ultimately, I think people really need to explore and need to get creative about what they are offering to people.
Yeah.
Speaking of explore and creative, I just remembered Credpal.
Moving on.
You guys were moving on. That is American Express for Africa.
Moving on.
American Express.
That's what they said.
Please, I beg.
Moving on. No comment about
I
Credit.
don't be ranting the whole of today.
Credpal.
Anchor.
Let me know if you say
Credpal has not given us physical card yet.
Oh my
This
god.
business is hard.
On to the next one. Anchor. I think they came out according to the article.
Came out of stealth.
Stealth mode. Yes, YC backed.
with
What's
their
the stealth?
Wait, this is formerly Amplify. That was
no,
doing
no,
keyboard
no.
payment.
They sold
They sold Amplify
Amplify.
to Carbon.
They sold Amplify to Carbon. One of the co-founders
Joined
went
Carbon.
to. He
joined
went.
Carbon, isn't he?
Yeah, one joined Carbon. The other one went
Jumo.
to. No, Shegun went to Jumo.
Shegun went to
The other guy went to Wave.
Mm.
Abi Sendwave, the one that's cross border, Sendwave. Then Shegun has come with Anchor, which is banking as a service for Africa, which is a great idea on paper. Fantastic idea. But he assumes that plenty of people want to do banking, want to do embedded finance
Yeah.
in this country.
So it's the see, my thing is that everybody goes and reads all these McKinsey reports and PwC reports and then just picks up nice shiny figures as total addressable markets, and make deck and convince themselves that there's a big market that they need to serve. But you need to drill down a bit. Like after you get those nice sexy numbers.
Like if
I'm
you
sorry
go
that I'm laughing because unrelated to this gist, I just remembered that at some point in my life I applied to Wave for one very senior position.
Director.
and they give you a lot.
Of course,
Director.
they gave me very polite. Me self, I knew what I was doing.
Don't worry, it still happens to me once in a while. I apply as CPO for different places. Just so I can gauge how far I've come in my career.
This one I applied for one general manager payments role like this.
I was supposed to start applying.
I just had to quickly check my email.
I was supposed to start applying for GMD in Nigerian banks to see which one.
MD.
See which one answers me. So I know
See, I've seen some people make some very interesting moves in this industry. No, sir, shoot your shots. So shoot your shots.
Anyway, back to Anchor. I've not used the product, but again, the to be fair, if I deep it really well, Anchor is a business built on the premise that we'll have more people try to build now in the next 3, 4, 5 years. Like more people trying to build digital banks like now, aka people that don't really have sense. And they'll eat off being the service provider. It's basically they're selling shovels in a gold rush. So they're selling the infrastructure for you to build, to provide financial services in your product. Now, my counterpoint is that there are not enough people that don't have sense to build now. So I think they'll struggle to find significant, like lots of customers, traction. Unless they expand their market and say we are going outside of Nigeria. Because it's not like the UK or America where they are doing a neobank every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Neobank for people without leg. Neobank for LGBT. Neobank for black people that live on the streets. Neobank for Hispanic. There you can just say, yes, I'm just going to be giving people infrastructure. Abi, you want to do nonsense? Let me just be giving you. Because you're not getting any skin in the neobank game.
You don't need more than five infrastructure.
You don't need more than 5. Do you understand?
Infrastructure providers.
You just need to be there in the background. Now, they are not going to dislodge any incumbents. Like when I say incumbent, people that have existing businesses, they are not going to disrupt them to move from their existing provider to you. Because moving from an existing provider to you is hard work. And if you have been here 2-3 years, you're not changing your core banking. You die with it that you have whatever it is you have invested in. So now, where do the customers come from? Like, who are you going to sell to? It's a very nice, fancy idea. Yes, embedded finance, blah, blah, blah. But where would the customers come from?
And where would the growth come from
Where
to
would
justify
the growth
the
come
investment?
from to justify the investment?
I mean,
You should provide APIs, also do hackathon.
And for me, that's my biggest thing with doing infrastructure plays in a place where
The basics don't
the
exist.
basics don't exist.
This is why we need a fresh new president so that
Is it just
macroeconomy can grow. No, some things are the problem. They are macroeconomic limitations.
Like there's not enough money in this country for people to be
for
spinning
some of the
off
things that we're trying to do.
be spinning off. Like Because in America, there's like the Durbin Amendment where community banks get high percentage of interchange that a lot of the new banks have latched on, and that's where they make a lot of their money. People like Marquetta, Galileo, and co. position themselves as selling shovels in that era. Oh, I see Shopify, you want to build a new bank. Here I am. I see Square, you want to build a new bank. Here I am.
Yeah.
All these people wanting to build, I can give you infrastructure. You don't even need to do direct integration with these people.
You know what's actually, what I now find somewhat annoying? The people who should be providing the infrastructure aren't. Like the guys who can actually give you the real end-to-end, like store of value, card issuance, virtual card issuance,
Shading your employer.
credit as a service. Maybe they are not my employer anymore. Just maybe, we don't know.
But if you look at it now, the reason why your employer is not going to do that thing because
compliance leg.
it's not just
No, the
compliance
effort
leg.
versus
The effort
value.
required to build that kind of business does not justify it for 2 customers.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, they already do it now for microfinance banks, but they don't even do it like that. They
Technically, they just give them an
They just say,
API.
"Oh yeah, carry Abzone,
Just come and collect
take
NIP.
Abzone,
Take Abzone, take NIP API.
take an
keep it
MPP,
moving.
and keep us moving. We'll give you
Oh
co-branded
yeah,
card."
we'll do co-branded card for you as well.
That is banking as a service in Nigeria.
Low key, sha.
If you're not
Fair.
going, if you're
It's
not
not
going
just
to,
shiny and sexy.
It's not just shiny.
Where banks are already doing it.
so like an uncle is going to have to go deep and find like a pick and trust microfinance bank to be customer. Otherwise, it's not going to be all these shiny new
Speaking
boys
of-
on the block.
Speaking of shiny and new, Duplo, their website is shiny. And their interface looks nice. But what do they do?
Don't ask me a question.
Okay, I actually read this earlier, but I forgot.
They do stuff, sha.
It's business payments now. Abi.
Yeah.
Business. They said business collections.
Invoice
in one
is
space.
essentially invoicing
Not really
and
invoicing.
It's like ERP integrations.
They help you manage your
Help you
books,
do
basically.
reconciliation.
Yeah,
they raised $1.3 million
almost like accounts,
earlier in the
but
year.
they collect the payments as well. So
They raised 1.5 again. Extension. Because that 1.3 was pre-seed.
This one is precede and half.
I'm tired of the naming of these rounds.
They
shall
shall
raise-
raise money
yes.
before and they raise money again. Good for them. Because they raise money in the middle of a downturn. It's not easy. Kudos to them.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
I don't know if it's jaded, sha, but
I
I
Seeing-
think
don't
the three
know.
of us are
seeing
jaded.
the poverty in the
Maybe
land.
we need a
Some of these
fresh
plays
new
don't just make sense.
perspective.
We need
on-
one.
we need one
young
new
21
person.
21-year-old.
We need a new 21-year fintech enthusiast to come and join us on this episode, on this podcast.
I've told you the fintech I want to do now is digital bank, but for private banking.
Maybe you dey craze because when I said we should come and do the thing, you were
Wait
insulting
now.
me inside
I just
the chat.
I just want to have 500 customers at Furo, and I'll be charging them. Furo, I'll charge them $500 annual fee like Amex, and I'll just be 500. You can just be guys that live in Ikoyi and Banana.
And then you give them 3.5% cash back.
Exactly.
Or you'll be doing 3
And I'll be
miles.
giving them lounge access,
3
all
miles
that
for
kind
every
of stuff.
500 naira
And
they
I'll be
spend.
giving them points.
Yeah, flight
Then you
flight
just have
points.
you have your 10 RMs.
I'll have 10 RMs,
They're gonna
personalized
visit them
service, that
personally.
will
Then one-
visit them, buying them cake.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate this.
You know,
No,
it-
but
or I
those
can-
are the people that
or,
you can
to be
even
fair,
do deep. Your wallet share will be deep. You will insure their cars.
I can tell you.
Give them cheap credits.
So maybe I can't target like old men
Credit
because those
card.
people know better. And
It's like our generation.
New
It's all
model.
these,
All
new-
these
like
founders.
fintech founders,
Yeah.
exactly.
Fintech founders.
Fintech founders, because they usually don't have finesse. They don't really have. They don't know which school to send.
Also, I don't think we should be insulting
Wait
our
now.
potential
It's
customers.
the reality. That's why I said, because the things I have in mind.
Think
I
about
can't
it
say.
now, because okay, they born now, they cannot get their child inside St. Saviour's waiting list, that
That's
kind of
problematic.
stuff. I can help you with that kind of stuff.
We'll
That's
be doing
value
corporate
added
donations
service.
to St. Saviour's, and one day we'll call
We'll
the
just-
principal. We have this client.
You understand?
That's child.
You born and your child is going to Apata Memorial. I cannot do that.
No, sir, what is Apata Memorial?
It's one school in the solo.
If you went to Apata Memorial, I apologize.
It's no shade. It's no shade. But I feel like you should not be a fintech founder and your
No,
child
sir's
is going
comments
and your
do
child
not
is going
reflect
to
the view.
and your child is going to a lashery. Let me get your child into what's it called, Eton and the rest. Let me get them into the private schools. You know this thing to get your child into Oxbridge. It starts from nursery school.
Yes.
I can get them in the right places because you sold secondaries, you've made money. You shouldn't just buy random Lexus and that's it.
Range Rover.
Range Rover. Let me do you.
Rover,
Do you understand? Let me help you do your global talent visa, that kind of endorsement. You know,
Those are.
But some banks are starting to do it too. I know FCMB is doing it.
So let's do
A
private
bunch
banking
of them
for
are
this
actually
thing.
doing it.
Look,
They'll help you
We'll
apply
just
for
do black
second
card.
citizenship.
We'll go and meet visa.
it will be metal card. It cannot be regular black card.
Metal card.
And it will
No, nothing on
No
it.
limit.
Yeah, you know
Credit.
you're giving your entire business model out.
Laser engraved.
Look,
execution is where it's at.
Execution is
People
where
should
it's
go and
at.
execute.
There's nobody that's listening to this podcast that has the access to execute these yans. Please, where would they find visa people to give them metal card? Go away. They should live here.
It's Nosa now insulting our listeners again. I don't even now know where to because I was following him.
No, it's
Next thing is dragging listeners.
it's easy to yarn. It's
No,
easy-
but yeah, it's easy to
easy
say.
to
All
yarn.
these things that we're
Do
saying.
you have access to get somebody child
His
inside Corona
access,
Ikoyi?
his money, is deep contextual understanding of those things.
Look, man, it's like a guy that is in Ibadan. You just raised like 1.5 or something. You've sold plenty secondaries in that 1.5. You have money, that liquidity. You have someone to manage you. You need someone to show you the way. It's not going to be FCMB or access. Give it to a young guy like me. Maybe I can. So I tell you which bottle you should buy in the club, which bottle you should not buy. These are very personalized, tailored
Yeah.
services.
Discounts are Renee's.
Discounts are Renee's. I'll get you table at
Denny's.
RSVP.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be going to the place.
Your
You should be
titanium
calling.
card will be access to country club.
Do you know what I found out is that there are companies in Lagos that have an RSVP tab, so that whenever any of the employees come, they have a table.
Do you know that there are actually companies that pay for the employees to go to Beyond Fitness?
Yeah, and it's like flat fee.
Yeah.
They just
Beyond
pay.
Fitness is so bougie. I don't know what it is.
They pay like the RSVP one is one that blew my mind. RSVP collects a flat fee from companies, just so their staff have tables whenever they walk in. So if their staff cannot come in for that entire month, and RSVP has chopped that money, so that's why they always tell you, "Oh, we are fully booked."
RSVP are slow.
Let me get you slow table. You shouldn't be sitting by the bar.
Just drop a message to your RM and
It's like a
or just walking with your card.
it's like a concierge
Okay,
service
guys,
with
we are
banking.
going very far with this thing. Dial it
I've
back.
joined you people now. Me, I was
Dial
tired
it back.
before.
Time is going on. This
We are
episode.
raising a seed round. Abi?
Precede.
Precede round. What they call is it 10M post money? Abi 10M after money. Shasha, we want to collect 1.5. That's the foundation we need.
Holla at us.
Call out us. I've already seen all the places to where we will spend the money. Like I know the memberships we need. I know the type of visa card we need. Everything to just run it. I just need money.
Ikoyi Club membership.
I know exactly Ikoyi Club. Do you know how hard it is to get? I know there's founders don't even have Ikoyi Club membership because the Ikoyi Club guys are like old guys. They'll be like, "Who is this one?"
We have 8 minutes. Can we move
No,
on to
we're
Flutterwave
done. Oh, okay.
and their
Oh
IPO?
my god, our food is outside.
We should put that one inside the episode too.
No, you cut it out now. Let me call it there.
Do you know I'm not cutting this thing out? I promise you. Flutterwave IPO.
Yes, Flutterwave. We're seeing that all their hiring, signaling that
The IPO will still happen
IPO
in
will-
the coming months.
no matter what anybody else will say on Twitter.
People cannot stop their shine. In fact, they want to IPO now before
I'll
they
just
release-
have you people know
before
that
they
when
release another
when
one.
we end this episode without Furo, is that she went to go and sort out Chow.
Also, go Flutter don't want to IPO and there's no value. For David and then he will release another one. I'm so GB say it's time.
Oh my god. But it doesn't feel like the right time. It doesn't feel like the right time.
You know, I actually think opposite. I think this is the perfect time.
And just get it out there, Abi.
Yeah, because
they are going to rip them to shreds.
if they do another 1 year, I don't think there'll be any value to IPO. Like if they do another 1 year at the rate of these exposés,
Analysts are going to rip them to shreds. Because even me, I'm not an analyst, and I have like five reasons why they should not proceed. From questionable corporate governance.
if Jumia can IPO, Flutter can IPO.
Jumia was
Please.
just lying about their numbers now.
I don't understand.
Flutterwave has deep personnel issues They've operated
Ju-
without licenses in
Ju-
highly regulated markets.
It's
There are
what's it
question
called?
marks over their license categories.
They're an aggressive business. They're an aggressive business. Look, I feel if
Are they
Jumia
profitable? Is
was
Flutterwave
Jumia profitable?
Jumia is not profitable. What was Jumia's share price today?
Let me be a Nigerian. Was Amazon profitable for a long time?
I beg. Amazon was not profitable because my guy was reinvesting his money.
Do you know what they're doing in Flutterwave?
It's Flutterwave. No, but for real, are they profitable?
I can't.
I don't know, but if they say who has path to profitability,
It's
I can see
Flutterwave.
Flutterwave versus Jumia because I'm not going to pay. I'm not going to do pay before delivery for Jumia
Ever.
ever in my
Ever.
life. And I'll never buy anything.
Somebody in my office, we found out that he bought his iPhone from a Jumia vendor.
Was it fake?
It was real, like legit, but we all asked him if everything was okay at home. What sort of risk taking is
I
that?
cannot buy anything from Jumia.
And then 2 people in my office have Jumia Prime.
So to be fair, when I first moved back, I won't lie. My first flat in Lagos, I bought my fridge, freezer, everything I bought from Jumia.
I bought fan.
That's
and
good. I use
TV
Jumia
from
to
Konga.
check price. Then I go to Fuani. And I use Jumia. Okay, AC is this much. Okay, let me go to Fuani. I will not give Jumia my money like that.
Don't kill me, please.
Speaking of, with that electronics market, so I feel like Fuani could do something.
I know we tried to build one product like that for them one time.
For Fuani will never do.
Yeah.
Just
have
leave,
websites,
leave
like,
them
you can
as they
order
are.
from.
They are fine.
Yeah.
Maybe payment gateway.
Anyway.
Fuani has been doing buy now pay later for Stanbic stuff since before Carbon
it's
Zero.
not even Stanbic. All banks and some telcos.
Since before,
MTN and co.
since before Carbon Zero.
Wema, even Wema bank staff, Access, First Bank, whoever you are, as long as they know they have RM in your bank, they will do for you. Because God, if they burn you well, don't pay that money. Don't pay it. And it's post-dated checks
You know,
that they will collect
look,
from you.
I think those are the smartest people doing business in this country. Like, because those people that lend to bankers only.
Yes. You see them standing outside
Yeah,
bank branch every day when you're
did you-
receiving at work.
For people that don't that don't have context, see, a check that bounces as
You're
a banker
fired.
is a sackable offense. So you are the lowest risk person for any dodgy lender to do. It's better for them to borrow from another dodgy lender so they pay you back. At least you collect your money.
Speaking of which, there was even one guy that was a colleague at some point. That guy had exposures everywhere. He
When I
had
worked in
maxed
the
out-
branch, the things I saw.
He had maxed out his bank assigned limits and had started collecting from not one, not two outside lenders.
Bankers are the best people to lend to. Best.
And everybody was just comfortable.
That
throwing
is
some money at
that is the most profitable
So
business.
on payday like this, after once all the debits hit, ping, 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 my guy is back to square one. I hope he's out of it, Cha. I hope.
When I
I
was
really
at-
hope he's out.
When I
of
was
it.
at Stanbic's loan book, apart from the one that they're collecting from Dangote and Co., I mean like their retail loan book, largely staff. Because these are the safest book. Their salaries come here, take my
Sweet.
money. When they collect bonus, take my money.
Then all dental comes in, but anyways, for modern day ish.
Actually, yeah, to be fair, that's an angle.
Yes.
That's an angle.
That's where dental comes in.
I've been on that angle for 2 years.
Is it the
But
problem?
we haven't landed it.
The problem is that people have been fighting bento. I've seen the bento, but people
I'm
would
just
not.
going to cut this
You would not really-
section out.
You guys not embed.
Because technically,
Bento
I'm not
inside.
even with the bank anymore. So
You know embed it well inside.
you don't worry about that.
But don't worry, I've started talking
Sprint is hard to enter. Just
2 years. It took 2 years to sign.
hey. I'm gonna cut this thing out.
No, but what's it called? Bankers are they are good. Look, and there are so many. If you wanted to be really basic, in terms of if you want to just start a new business, just be lending to bankers.
How did we get here from Flutterwave?
I don't know. We've lost the plot. I think we need to end this episode.
Yes.
We need to go and just.
It also has nothing to do with the fact that there's piping hot KFC outside.
Oh wait, now okay. How we got here was because we're talking about if Flutterwave was profitable, and I'm saying Flutterwave has a clearer path to profitability
Than most of their
because
businesses.
they have a very diverse product business line. For all their corporate wahala, they are a too big to fail. Jumia is not too big to fail.
Are they? No, actually, no, they're not.
Like Jumia can fail and it's fine. We'll just go to Konga.
Well,
Glovo too is there. Mano is there.
No comment.
So if Jumia fails, that's their business. But if
no, but
Flutterwave,
you're looking at Jumia purely from, actually, to be fair, yeah.
think about it now.
Every other thing they are doing is Raz.
Every other thing they're doing is Raz.
It's very Raz.
It's only Jumia food that's least Raz, and even Jumia food
that one
is
says
Raz.
it's
Is Raz adjacent.
Because it's only Jumia food that rider will eat your chicken and put
And
it back inside your
apologize.
food. Child deck riders look like they have health insurance.
Do you understand?
No, but this is a side note, but the way bikers are treated in this Lagos, man, the things I've seen. No,
Yeah, but child decks riders look like they have health insurance and pensions. I don't know if it's just new company bounce. So
No,
that
but
as
if
they
it's
scale, they become Raz.
now look at Flutterwave. You know how many people that built on Flutterwave in some way, or how many corporate? Because they didn't even go for regular civilians when they're doing. They targeted corporate
yeah.
and banks. All those their white label payment gates, so everything will just pack up.
They can't die like die. They'll just become a backseat.
It will become
participant
interswitch
in the
now,
market, which
which is not the worst.
it's not the worst thing that can happen to a company. So yeah, I think we've brought this episode to the logical conclusion.
I
A
believe,
peaceful end.
yes, the episode was an interesting one. I think we struggled to get back in our groove of just making sense and
It's
moving on.
Nosa that
But
went
there's God.
abroad. Even today, we had to beg him to come back to come and record.
But yeah, anyways, until the next episode, thanks for listening.